Hey guys, what's up? Ryan here with Tom Not Persona. Welcome back to the page. Today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 ways that to make you feel more attractive than I know you already are. All right, these ways contain a few about your physical appearance, like how you dress and stuff, and then the other ways are about how you act. So I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to go through them fairly quickly. But let me know down below in the comments if you want any elaboration on anything or have any questions. Also, at some point today, give this one a thumbs up and remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with my content. All right, let's get into it. So, first way you can look more attractive than I know you already are is by choosing your colors wisely. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean simply choose colors that will amplify your complexion. So, like with me, I have dark hair, dark eyes. So I usually go with black, I go with browns, navy blues, darker, bolder colors because it brings out my natural complexion. If you're a guy with like blonde hair, maybe you go with pastels, pinks, yellows, light blues, stuff like that. If you have darker skin, maybe go with, maroon, kind of darker shades that will just really amplify what you already have going with you because really you don't want to go against your natural attributes. I know it's very easily, and like for one, I love wearing pink, but pink doesn't necessarily suit my natural complexion. So it's not necessarily one of my go to colors, or when it is a go to color, it tends to be a shirt or something, a pocket square, something more secondary. I don't wear my pink suit every day simply because it just doesn't bring out my natural attributes. Second way to look more attractive than I know you already are is by dressing more like a man and not like a boy. So what I mean by that is, dress more like an adult, wear fitted clothes, clothes that fit you properly. You can wear suits, sports jackets, not necessarily that though, but just something that an adult would wear. Like even if it's, polos with well-fitted denim jeans, uh, basically, the most important part is not to wear graphic tees all the time, not to wear baggy pants, huge baggy sweatshirts, anything of that nature. And I'm not saying you can't wear that stuff at all, but I'm saying if you do, like with a graphic tee, I know a lot of guys do wear graphic tees. I personally know somebody who that's his go-to thing, but he tends to dress it up a little with a sports jacket. So if you want to wear something more boyish or more childish, just try to spice it up a little bit, give it a little bit of maturity. If not, just stick with the basics, stick with the classics, the sports jacket, all that good stuff, because that's going to help you look more like a man, which is always attractive. Third way you can look more attractive is to wear a fragrance that mixes well with your body composition. So, guys, you're probably wondering why I always show Sauvage. This is like my go to with everything. I know it gets a lot of hate. I'm not going to say much about that right now. But the reason I do is because I always get told that this stuff works with my composition. I don't know what it is about it, but it just blends nicely with my natural skin components and it just smells really sexy on me. I know it's a common scent too, but if it works for you, it works for you. So whether it's, Sauvage Eros, Mont Blanc, whatever it is, you always want to go for whatever works well with your skin composition, not necessarily what doesn't. I mean, of course, you're going to have a lot of fragrances, and a lot of them aren't going to mix well, and you're going to still want to wear them. But to seem a little more attractive, especially if you're on a date or you want to make a killer good impression, make sure you go with something that blends well with your body composition. And real quick, how do you know it blends well? Well, it's trial and error, really. You just need to ask people, like, be explicit. Just say, hey, man, can you tell me if you think this blends well with my skin? Maybe actually ask girls because that might seem a little weird if you're asking your guy friend that. But if you want to find out for sure if it mixes well, ask people. Just don't be afraid to ask. Fourth way you can seem more attractive than I know you already are is simply by smiling. All right. I know a lot of guys don't like smiling. I'm not really sure why. I think, there's a lot of people who still believe that girls, especially like kind of that brooding guy, the guy that doesn't seem too friendly, doesn't smile. while that is true to an extent, like, of course, you don't want to be overly friendly, but you do want to smile because smiling is a sign of friendship. It's a welcoming sign. People see you smiling, they know you're friendly, they know you're welcoming, they'll open up to you. Whether or not too you're even in the mood to be friendly or to casual or socialize and stuff. It's like by smiling, you're sending out the signal. It's a good message to send out because it's gonna make people think that you're confident and you're ready to go. You're happy, and even necessarily if you're not. So just make sure you smile. You don't have to walk around smiling all the time. That's a little weird. But just make sure once in a while, especially if you see somebody walking down the street or something, give them a nod and smile a little. It definitely helps and definitely makes you look more attractive. Fifth way you can look more attractive than I know you already are is by not revealing too much about yourself too quickly. So this is after you've met somebody or after you're talking with somebody, right? Make sure you don't reveal too much about yourself. See, the thing about people is we love mystery. We love trying to figure stuff out, figuring people out. And if you reveal too much too quickly, you're going to get boring really fast, especially if it's a date or it's somebody you want to pursue for a long term relationship, something like that. Just make sure you don't reveal things too quickly because if you do, they're going to get bored with you. And the more that they know about you, actually, the more power they have over you. So you want to make sure to reveal things methodically, plan it out. Think before you talk, definitely. So make sure you listen to what they're saying a lot more than you actually reveal, because it's going to seem that you're just more attractive. You're more of like a masculine, manly kind of figure. And although that's not, it's not necessarily bad not to be that, especially if you're pursuing someone to date or something like that. You definitely want to kind of keep that persona and make sure you don't reveal too much about yourself too quickly. The sixth way you can look more attractive than I know you already are is by using appropriate body posture. So, what do I mean by that? I mean, like, shoulders back, stand up straight, don't slouch. Just, you'd be surprised at how a simple shift in your body posture will affect how you look or how people perceive you, right? Because think about it. Imagine, like, do you think somebody's attractive if they're like slouching over all the time or like looking down on the ground? No, right? Somebody is attractive if they're standing up straight, maybe their hands are on their hips, their Superman pose. That's what's attractive. Using the correct posture is attractive. It's such a subtle thing. It's a simple thing. A lot of people don't even think about it, but trust me, it's going to score you major points in the attractive apartment. Seventh way that you can look more attractive than I know you already are is by being more confident, right? It's a large term, it's kind of an umbrella term. There's a lot that goes into being confident. But the fact of the matter is, confident guys, confident people for that matter, always look more attractive. It doesn't matter what the occasion is, where they are, how they're dressed, even. Like, if you're confident, you're going to score major points, right? I mean, think about it. Think about a guy walking down the street or a person walking down the street and their shoulders are slouched. They're wearing a suit, though. Their shoulders are slouched. They're looking down. How attractive do you think they are, right? Compared to somebody who maybe they're just wearing a basic t-shirt, maybe they're just wearing a basic pair of jeans, they're walking down the street, their heads up, they're moving their shoulders, they have a nice stride. How do you think they are, right? I mean, it's irrelevant how their actual physical appearance is, right? Just based on how you see them. And it kind of goes into their body posture as well. Confidence definitely plays a part, or body posture plays a part in confidence, but you're always going to think the latter is a bit more attractive just because of how they look, how their posture is. And confidence goes a long way in terms of attraction. Wow, though, when I said I wanted to go through those quickly, I didn't really mean that quickly. So I'll give you a couple more bonus tips that might help you out. So the first way, or the first extra way that you can look a bit more attractive than I know you already are, is start working out on a daily basis, right? Think about people who are healthy, who have that healthy glow, who are very well put together. They have a pep in their step. They are more attractive always. I mean, you probably can see this on a daily basis. You look around at people who are walking with their head up and happy. and confident. It all goes together, but a lot of it comes from working out, right? Because when you work out, your brain releases neurochemicals that literally make you happier, make you feel more confident. And that's what it's all about, right? Nobody likes to see somebody who looks lethargic or who looks sick, right? Or who's pale or weakly, or I mean, you can just tell based on how they're walking, even. You don't even have to talk to them, really. But by working out, not necessarily on a daily basis, I should say, it could be like 4 or 5 times a week. But by doing that, you're going to feel better about yourself, and everybody is going to notice it. The second and final way that you can look more attractive than I know you already are is by staying true to yourself, staying true to your morals, right? Nobody likes a flake. Nobody likes a liar. Nobody likes somebody who overtly deceives people, right? It doesn't matter how they look physically, how they're dressed, even. If you're a bad person and you're caught out on it, people aren't going to like you. You're going to look unattractive. And on the flip side, it doesn't matter what your physical appearance actually is. If you stay true to yourself, if you're always honest, if you're trustworthy, if you're compassionate to people. I'm not saying like just, be completely beta and go, towards being like a yes guy. I'm just saying like stay true to yourself, have some morals, have a strong ethical code. People will respect the hell out of you for it, and you'll look a lot more attractive. In fact, I would say possibly this is the most important one on this entire list. Well, there you have it. 7 ways plus 2 bonus ways where you can look more attractive than you already are. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything? Do you do anything in particular that makes you look a bit more attractive? Let me know down below in the comments so everybody can benefit from it. Also, if you haven't yet, give this one a thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with my content. Also, I'm putting the Patreon link down below in the comments if you want to help support the channel and receive additional perks. Alright guys, but remember, before you leave, when you look and smell your best, you feel your best. And that's what matters.